let's talk about a time-saving trick and a slight problem that you might have. So when it comes to shapes like the doorknob, I can simply zoom in on the doorknob and trace it with the polyline tool. I'm not going to be very careful because I want to go kind of fast with this. So I'm going to trace the shape of the doorknob and then turn it yellow. Make that outline thicker. That looks good to me. So let's try that. Okay, so there is my doorknob. And now I'm going to trace the door. I wonder how many of you already know what the problem is going to be. So let's zoom in one time for the door. It doesn't quite fit. Okay, let's zoom out. We have to zoom out because that didn't quite work. All right, so let's trace our door. I'm going to do polyline tool and see if you realize when the problem is going to show up. Again, I'm not going to be very careful because I want to make sure that I get this done really fast for you guys. So I'm click, 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 click. All right, I'm going to make my closed shape. It turned yellow because that's the last color I chose. I don't want yellow. I want the brown for the door. That's not a very good brown. Okay, close enough. But what happened? Where did my doorknob go? Where's my doorknob? Well, the answer is that your doorknob is actually under the brown that you just made. So these are kind of like construction paper collages, and your brown paper is sitting on top of your yellow paper. And I wish we could just take our fingers and switch those, but fortunately, we kind of can. So I want my door to be under my yellow doorknob. So here's what I'm going to do. On the keyboard, I'm going to hit Control Down. I'm going to show you what Control Down means by doing it on the computer here. So I'm going to right click, and it's Order. And then you can see right here, Control Down sends it backwards. So I just sent it backwards, and I'm going to show you by using my keyboard now. Control Up, Control Down, Control Up, Control Down. What I'm doing is I'm switching whether the brown is on top of the yellow or whether the yellow is on top of the brown. You'll notice too that if you do Control Shift Down, it disappears all the way because I actually just put it all the way under the house picture too. So Control Shift Up puts it at the very top, and then Control Down without the shift just puts it one step back. This again is a little more simple when you only have 2 or 3 shapes, but when you're working with maybe 25 or 45 shapes, sometimes the order of them can get a little tricky. So that is a good trick for if one of your shapes disappears.